Hello, everybody. Welcome on back to the Cool Cat Gang channel, and welcome now to the Super Mario Odyssey Any Pro League. My name is Anime, and I am here with Combo RS. Combo, how you doing, man?
Hello. I'm doing pretty well. Had a pretty long day, so I'm looking forward to this match to properly, kind of conclude it a little bit. And yeah, let's see how this goes. I'm very excited. How about
It's
you?
gonna definitely be a pretty good race. I know I was talking about earlier. I do like seeing high-level Super Mario 64, but I also very much enjoy watching high-level Super Mario Odyssey stuff because, oh boy, those two games are different beasts entirely, but oh man, the movement
Yeah.
is wonderful. We do have both runners in the booth if they want to say hi. Salmon, how you doing today?
But I'm doing pretty all right. Ready for a fun, hopefully close race. See how it goes.
Yes. Definitely hoping your controllers don't do controllery things today for sure.
Yep. Let's not fall in the deep woods.
Oh, yeah. Bugfish, how are you doing today?
I'm also feeling pretty well. I've gotten back into any percent in the past week, and yeah, I hope we're gonna have a close race. I know Salmon improved very quickly, and yeah.
It's very nice of you to
Perfect.
say.
You know what? I think I yelled while you were saying something. I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
No, it's
that's
all
fine.
right.
Just wishing good luck for both of us.
Uh, uh, if both of you could please ready on up in the race time lobby. Excellent. And then we'll see you guys on the other side.
Yeah. Good
Yep,
luck, you
good
guys.
luck.
You got this.
All right. So as you can see, the runners are here on the Nintendo Switch settings, date and time settings. They are changing their clock to a very specific time of day. They're going to do a trick known as daylight savings time adjustment or abuse, sorry, also known as DSTA. Do I continue with the spiel? That is the question.
Uh, I mean, sure. Some people don't, get it already. So, but yeah, we'll be seeing a pretty, a small difference with Bugfish playing on Procon and Jay Salmon playing on Joy-Cons. The difference between that is that Jay Salmon is able to do down throws on his controller, but having one kind of a major con with Joy-Cons is that they have very, very small buttons, and there's a chance for them to, or like, there's an increased chance for them to like start drifting, and yeah, then you can basically say goodbye to the W on the race most
You
of
know
the
what's really
time.
It's really funny. I'm actually still trying to get used to down throws. I picked up a controller recently from NYXI. It's GameCube form controllers because that's what I'm used to playing.
Oh, that's sick.
But it's in like Joy-Con format. So
I
like
think I know what you're
I
talking
always
about.
yeah, I always play as it connected, but
Yeah.
like because they're still Joy-Con, sometimes when I'm trying to do like I'll do like a ground pound and then try to get like a
Yeah.
roll boost from it. Instead, it'll just do a down throw, and I'm like, no, that's not what I want.
But like the controller you mean is like a bigger controller, right?
It's a really nice. I really like it. It's been really helpful
Yeah.
because I've been speedrunning SMO with a GameCube controller, but the one from Power A. Um,
Yeah.
so when they released this controller, I was like, yes, finally, a joystick that won't drift after like 3 months of
Yeah.
speed running.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think with the controller you're playing on, like the variation, like because Joy Cons are originally so small, they are much more vulnerable. And like a bigger controller, but with the same format, you've got a pretty great thing going on. So yeah, good job on purchasing a better one and a controller that's like it's a custom one, right? Like it's not made by Nintendo themselves.
Yeah, no, it's made fully by NYXI.
Oh, that is very cool.
I think the
Good
only thing that
purchase.
I think the only thing I dislike about this controller is it has turbo buttons, and that's like lame.
Yeah.
Um, While we were talking about controllers, both runners here going out of Cap Kingdom insanely quick. You can see that Jay Salmon is like maybe a second to half a second ahead of Bugfish. Pretty nutty Cap.
Yeah, definitely. With luckily Jay Salmon having no issues with their controller this time around, and yeah, actually making it out of Cap at the same time of his opponent, which is always great to see. Because last race was, kind of, a sad race for Jay Salmon because his controller like kind of just gave up and gave Jambo the W.
That is true. Yeah.
Granted, Jambo was
Man.
playing pretty well as well, but still, you're playing with against someone 2 minutes better than you, and then you have some, controller issues as well. It's just not fun for him. So I'm glad it's going better.
Yes.
Right, both runners heading into Dino Skip here, choosing not to do DSS, which again is more than fair at 59 level. Again, yesterday we saw it with Jambo too, with Jambo having a 57 and not going for DSS either. So yeah, again, it's really about the setting you're in, right?
Definitely. DSS definitely quite the hard trick. I know there are some runners who will consistently do it regardless, but yeah, in a race setting, it's definitely not necessary.
No, definitely not, unless the other opponent just pulls out everything and has it 100% consistent, which is very unlikely. Alright. Both runners seeming not to have any problems with Madame Brute. Both, how do you say that? Both wrapping up the fight and heading on to collect the multi-moon to get the final moon and head to sand here in a bit.
Yeah, Jay Salmon only had just some small issues with the Dino trampoline, but other than that, both of the runners playing very nicely, keeping it close in the beginning.
Definitely. Let's see if there are any chest clippers. I don't think so, but it is not a completely uncommon strat at 59. It's not that hard of a clip to get, but it is fairly inconsistent in my experience from messing around with it, not actually doing it in runs. Because Bugfish having a bonk against the chain chomp, losing like 2 seconds, I think, and giving Jay Salmon the chance to catch up and take the lead.
Nice. No, yeah. Chest clip is pretty fun. I do like it. It's cool when it works.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. And I don't know, it's just cool, It's a pretty easy trick to get. I got it once during my 112, and I don't know, it just gives you like, if you're able to maneuver yourself through the out of bounds region, so to say, then you can end up in some pretty funky places. Because did you know that there's like under the Cascade map, there's like a pretty big body of water you can just kind of swim around in most places at least.
Yeah, it's a pretty fun body of water. There's even an invisible platform back there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. And like you
Really
can just
makes
kind of vault.
Yeah, really makes Min-Cap's movement pretty interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Almost forgot about that for a minute.
That's fair. There are not too many people that still run that category.
I've been interested in it, to be honest. Like, only 13 caps. The one that Tyrone ran and got like a 103 in, I think. But then I get reminded of the Pokino movement, and I have tried it, and I will never do it again.
Yeah, Pokino concerns me. I'll just I'll stick to 3 caps. I'm good.
Yeah, fair enough. Have you ever tried the Pokino movement?
No, I've never been able to like actually get clipped out of bounds with the ogre, so I was just like, whatever.
Yeah, that's a whole nother concern of within itself, and it is cringe, as most people from this generation would say it. Wait, did Bugfish do reverse town?
I believe so.
Oh, and J7 not doing it gives Bugfish the lead, or like did something happen? Because it's a pretty big lead so
Yeah,
far.
there's a little bit of movement stuff happening on Salmon's side, and then it also did take him about 3 tries to get the bird moon. Got the moon spawned at least, but did
Yeah.
miss it a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. All right. That again, Bugfish being pretty far into the lead again. I think that okay, my memory is pretty bad, but from what I recall, Jay Salmon briefly had the lead, right? Out of Cascade, or was that Bugfish
Oh yeah.
already? Yeah. So Bugfish taking the lead back here and heading to the Lonely Pillar Moon, with Jay Salmon being pretty far behind, but then again, anything could happen. Um, Bugfish could take a death here somewhere, could fill platform clip a million times, and yeah, again, anything can happen. But so far, it's not looking so good for Jay Salmon. Having a bit of a struggle, and oh, yeah, really reminding us that the controller battery is at 100%, or console battery, I mean. Really getting up in our faces here.
Ooh. All right, Bugfish trying to head it over for the platform clip there. Having a lot of trouble actually getting up to this first moon. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, definitely not something you like to see at all, even for the Bugfish enjoyers.
Ooh,
Definitely
dear, yeah.
not too great to see.
Bugfish is having some trouble actually getting to the clip itself, but finally does make it out of bounds.
That might have been a sprinkle of commentator's curse on my side. Apologies.
Nah, I think it's just a little messy today. No, I wouldn't worry too much about it.
And Bugfish getting a crap ton of coins right here on the 242 coins right now, with Jay Salmon taking a death on reverse Jaxi. Probably still being able to get the 100 coins during Sphinx Room. Only being on 49 should be fine, all things considered. Definitely not something you love to see, with Bugfish heading to Lake here and getting the heck out of CCS.
Not gonna lie, the first time I saw CCS, I was like, what the heck is that? And then it took me a few minutes and I was like, wait. Oh, I get it.
Yeah,
Cat sand.
yeah. It took me a while to figure out as well, as it does for me with most things, like fish dip, what's that, or platform clip, what is that? Like all of these things, like you kind of start to take notice of, and then it just kind of becomes more graduate, and then eventually it just becomes a part of your routine, so to say. Like it kind of becomes normal. Oof, Jay Salmon not having a great time in sand here, trying to get up to the platform.
Looks like we're having some other unfortunate controller issues. Man. We got Bugfish now heading into the lake here, ready for it. The good old classic lake clip.
Definitely trying to go for triple how do you say that? Triple jump lake clip?
Yeah,
Okay.
triple jump lake clip.
Yeah, and unfortunately not getting it, and just going for normal leg clip. I think he missed the first cap pro, right? Or was I seeing that incorrectly?
It took him a couple of cap throws. Biggest problem right now, though, I believe Jay Salmon is actually short a single moon here, which is a little
Oh, no.
unfortunate.
Let's see here. Yep, you
Yup.
need 21 moons to get out of sand. And Jay Salmon here is 1 second, 1 moon short, apologies. Opting to gamble his life away just for 1 extra moon.
I mean, thankfully in Odyssey, it's like barely a gamble.
Yeah, true.
Just like, here, let me just toss Cappy really
Yeah.
quick. Got him!
Imagine if that was RNG.
Oh, man. I think that's, yeah, they definitely made the slots harder in Superstar mode.
Did they? I've
Oh,
actually
yeah.
never touched Superstar mode before.
I've seen a little bit of it. I am interested in messing around with it at some point, but I've seen a little bit of it, and they did make the slots much harder.
Oh yeah, understandable. Because if you understand enough about it, then it's kind of a landslide for for most players in vanilla mode. So I'm definitely glad they made it a little bit more, chance dependent. Is that how you say that?
Real gambling now.
Yeah. Better make those yeah, they better make it more expensive too, to make gambling less attractive to those choosing to play it. All right, with Bugfish being 1 whole kingdom ahead of Jay Salmon, heading into Wooded here, already missing the bunny, and that is one of the major, difficulties of, running any percent, is that you have to deal with Wooded, which is a very, very hard kingdom to get through with Jay Salmon.
Unfortunately, not quite clipping where he wanted to clip, and just ground pounds through the wall.
Oh, I
Looks like
see.
we're gonna have to go for Ringo route here.
All right. I do enjoy a good and close race, and I do not mean the curse Bugfish whatsoever. But if we want to see a closer race, something will have to happen to Bugfish here in Wooded, or Jay Salmon will just have to pop off out of nowhere and get, almost tie his Wooded gold, basically, or maybe even improve it to get a chance to catch up a little bit to Bugfish here, or both.
I mean, the good news is, at least, is that there's still like at least 50 minutes or so of gameplay.
Yeah, true.
Oh, Bugfish unfortunately missing that jump at the top. Good start. All right, able to get it second try though. Very nice.
I mean, Jay Salmon, the chance of Bugfish playing perfectly from now on to his PB is a pretty slim chance, And yeah, I mean, I don't mean to, call bad luck upon Bugfish here, but yeah, the chance of him playing perfectly and not making any mistakes whatsoever are pretty slim. Yeah. I know what you mean. Alright, Bugfish here doing FRS, and I'm not gonna say anything yet. That looks good. That is some pretty clean movement right there. What do you have to say about that? Anime? Sorry, English is not my native language whatsoever. The pronunciation for me is different. How do you pronounce your name?
That's fair, yeah. It's anime, which is
Oh,
why I
anime.
put the 2 E's in there, so it makes the E sound. But, I
Yeah.
mean, to be fair, unless a streamer asks me, it's still like a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. Because I'm from the Netherlands, and when you see like 2 E's behind someone's name, it's usually A. Just that A.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's
our
cool.
whole system of, tones and everything and all that is not all that different, but it's still different. Like, just for the fun of it, you should like try to look up like a Dutch person speaking in a very bad English accent,
You're fine.
and yeah, it'll bring some good laughs, but you'll know what I mean.
Listen, English is such a funky language. It's hard for us sometimes even.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, I'm sometimes just struggling with both languages. Dutch is kind of like, for most people, it's um, you know, it's a pretty easy language if you're like born in the Netherlands, but you'll see a lot of people, a lot of teenagers especially, like mixing Dutch words with English words. And
Oh,
I am guilty of doing that too, and sometimes I just forget, like, say I'm talking about you know, I don't know, I'm talking about sea life or whatever, right? And once I tried to say the word will and I forgot the Dutch word for will, and I tried to keep it in Dutch, but then I just had to, like, oh, never mind, I guess. And I just said, like, okay, what's the Dutch word for will? And someone, then they just said, like, dude, that's this. Like, not literally this, but you know what I mean. And yeah, kind of embarrassing all around.
nah. You're all good. Like I said, I mean, language is a very interesting thing. Like, it's very nice
Yeah,
because it allows us all to, like, we can communicate with each other. We can have
yeah,
people from
definitely.
all over the world participating in these really cool events and whatnot. But
Yeah,
yeah, I feel you there. Language is very
yeah.
interesting.
That's definitely one of the things that's like more wonderful about the modern world is like, the internet and like, the whole world just like trying to understand each other just a little bit better and like really, bringing each other together more, even with people who like can't read or who can't hear, with people talking in sign languages or what's the little thing when people like, um, you know, um, when people can't see, so they have to like read in another way. What's that called? Braille?
I think it's translate.
Oh yeah, just something like that. But yeah, definitely awesome to see how the world just kind of binds together a little bit more compared to, how it used to go back in the day. Braille, yeah. Thank you for confirming, Nurse Allison Rose.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I see. My brain was like half scattered there, so I heard some of that. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah,
I mean, to
Braille.
be honest, no, don't worry about it. My brain is also kind of like when I talk, I fail to like properly construct the sentence. So my story just is just like, oh, this and that and this and that, and that gets confusing. So don't worry about it at all.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jay Salmon here heading out of Wooded, and Bugfish already being out of Wooded and heading into, the middle part of Lost, already arguably having the scariest part done with, having done Meme Tree and having done the butterfly movement. And, I can't curse it because Lost is, still a pretty hard kingdom overall, but I would say that the first 2 moons are definitely the hardest. Or scariest, at least.
Lost is such an interesting kingdom because there's a way that you can just, bypass the entire like main mechanic of the stage if you do it correctly.
Yeah, true. And oh man,
Oh,
Bugfish.
good save there from Bugfish, not able to do any cap stalls.
All scaring Bugfish scaring the heck out of all of us here. Doing the triple cage movement here and getting it successfully. Let's see how the bridge goes. Not dying, and yeah. With J Salmon heading out of Wooded here, being relieved that it's done with, and finally being able to head into, I would I would argue to say like middle game, but a lot of people would disagree on me with that.
Hold up. Oh, that was the funniest cloud boost I think I've ever seen there from Jay Salmon. Man, that pushed him in absolutely the wrong direction, but he still saved it. But oh, that was hilarious.
Being launched all the way to outer space and back, still managing to recover it. Good for J Salmon.
Oh my goodness. All right, we've got Bugfish into Night Metro. One of my least favorite stages, purely because you got to climb the tower,
Yeah,
and you also have to fight the Mecha Wiggler. It's mostly the Mecha Wiggler, though, if I'm being honest.
yeah. And do you maybe think that like Night Metro is also like pretty hard because of the input lag with the rain, or do you not take notice of that?
There's input lag?
Yeah, according in my experience, there is like sometimes when the stage loads in, like I have to, spin pound and head to the wire, and sometimes like most of the time I aim to get 4 B presses, but most of the time one of my B presses somewhere in the middle gets dropped, and then it gets really awkward for a second, and it's not that bad, but it's definitely noticeable, in my opinion at least. And my theory behind that is because it's so packed. Metro is just generally so packed with a lot of different stuff, which makes it pretty hard for speedrunning all around.
Yeah, then, throw in the rain, and you've just added on a little more that the Switch has to process.
Yeah. Definitely.
All right, Bugfish, can we hop into the Mecha Wiggler fight here?
All right.
Very nice and speedy first cycle there.
Definitely. Does anyone want to take a guess to which pattern Bugfish will get? You have a 1 in an 11 chance of being right.
1 in 22, I believe, actually.
Wait, hold up.
Last time I looked at the sheet.
Yeah, you might be right.
I think it's going to be Snake, just because I feel like saying it's going to be Snake. I don't know.
I'm going for the J pattern here. I was wrong. I think that's a ghost pattern. I'm not sure though.
I have no idea. I may have linked the sheet, but I am currently not looking at it.
Oh, that looks like a 5 actually. Never mind. I was wrong. Hold on. I'm going way too far into this, but I'm interested
It's
now.
so cool to look at.
Yeah, exactly. Let me take a look here. Wait.
Well, it's already in there.
Oh, yeah. But I had chat closed, so it was like...
No! Alright, I got you. I got you. That's not your fault. Here. Bonk. I got you. All the
Thank
Mech
you.
Wiggler.
I appreciate it.
Know it. We got Bugfish now into the Day Metro as Jay Salmon is in Night Metro. The difference between these runners is clear as night and day. I'm just gonna leave.
No, that was a good joke. Cool. Yep, definitely. Good one. Good one. That was actually a 5 pattern, by the way. Feel like nerding out a little bit here.
Oh, I forget. I forget so often that Discord actually has like soundboards.
Me too. I was watching.
Thank you, Dan.
I was watching a video earlier on YouTube and I forgot I was in voice call, and my friend joined and played the song of metal pipes hitting the ground.
No, the metal pipe.
My soul
Awful.
left my body.
That is the worst time to play metal pipe for sure.
Oh, they knew. They knew.
Oh no. Oh man. All right. Bugfish playing with the slots here. Gonna be going for the bullet bill room. No worries, Dan. I plan to like never use it, but that was perfect.
That was
Exactly.
comedic timing. That was
This is very good. All right, we've got jasalmon now into the Mecha Wiggler fight.
All right,
Having
let's see
a
how this
smooth
goes.
first phase as well.
So apparently there's 22 patterns. So yeah, if anyone wants to, have a shot at it, go ahead. Let's see. I'm way too invested into this. I'm so sorry.
Nah, it's okay. It's honestly really fascinating that Nintendo programmed this boss the way that they did.
Yeah, this
The
is
fact that it
called
has
3x1.
different patterns, really cool. If only the hitboxes were good. That's all.
Yeah. Oh, okay. jasalmon got an L pattern for anyone who's interested.
And we're not saying that it was a bad pattern. Just to be clear, it is called L.
That's the ironic part, is that the worst pattern is called bomb, but instead it should have just been L, And there's one called W as well.
L pattern. See ya.
That's pretty funny because there's like a W pattern and an L pattern. It was very coincidental.
That is nice.
But out of the two of them, I think that the L pattern is actually the faster one.
That's hilarious. Let's go. Naming conventions.
Exactly. Alright, with Bugfish getting out of Day Metro here, with jasalmon heading to Scoot Clip, choosing to do drive-by and getting
Let's go! Drive-by is
Pretty-
very satisfying to watch.
That was a deserved W on jasalmon's part, and sadly bonks and falls all the way down again. Luckily being able to back it up and heading on. Alright, there you go. To the lonely guy, or the sad guy, I don't know what you're supposed to call him.
I call him bench friend.
Yeah.
So polite.
Yeah, that's polite, yeah.
He's a very polite man. Alright, we got Bugfish now coming on in to Snow Kingdom. It's very cold, as you can see by the blizzard. Hopefully Bugfish leaves Captain Toad with a little bit of snow to keep him protected from this harsh blizzard.
Definitely. Leaving 50% over for Captain Toad. Definitely, leaving him in the cold a little bit here, but at least he didn't take away everything, right?
Absolutely, yeah. There's still a little bit of protection there. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, I did not see which bullet bill cycle jasalmon is aiming for, but I think it's just a normal one. Alright, and getting it, which is pretty hard to do, so props to jasalmon, and not having the bullet bill explode, which is a little bit faster, I think, letting it explode and rolling on, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, that detail can confirm. Don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
Don't know. It's like what is it? when I mentioned with the SM64, it's like Dark World has like 5 cycles that have a name. I can tell you 2 of them because yeah, that's the one that I see the
mean,
most, or those 2.
There's one cycle that I know from Dark World, and that's called Tsukishima, and the rest is kind of
That's like the
Yeah.
one I don't know. Perfect. It
and
aligns
the
up.
rest I just kind of blanked on.
Oh, okay. That'll work. Bugfish getting the spiny minute. Having a couple of problems hitting it, but does hit him in the end.
True, getting getting kind of wrecked here by the Snow Kingdom. Definitely not the easiest one in the game. So yeah, I would personally say if you get out of snow, it is another W to add to your run if you're having a good run. That is.
Goomba vectoring is kind of scary in this room. I
is.
remember I was messing around with it. Like, it's really cool in concept, but when you do it, you actually have to be really paying attention to how much the
Yeah.
Goombas are moving. It's incredibly easy to just fall off.
Exactly, which is hard because, when you're in snow, you're at least 30 minutes in, and most of your focus, most of your nerves were there during Wooded, Lost, you name it, and you're heading, because as soon as you've headed out of Day Metro, you pretty much have a good run going, or you at least have a serious run going. So, the nerves kind of start to build up, and then you have to do that as well with Snowdram, Poison Room, and for, the small percentage all the way at the top, even ICC, which truly does make Snow a pretty hard kingdom.
Bugfish
Speaking of-
setting up for Snowdram here, doing the first person camera
Exactly.
setup. Beautiful.
Not bonking whatsoever, you love to see it. And getting the RCB and getting the heck out of Snow. Adding a cute little bonk
Nice.
there,
That was
for the
great.
style points. Because you might as well. And J Salmon heading into Shiveria. And yeah, let's see how Snow goes for him.
Oh, gonna be a little early there. No clip for J Salmon.
Truly unfortunate. And Bugfish heading into Seaside here. Objectively one of the easier kingdoms, but definitely not an easy one at that. J Salmon. Having some trouble here, I think, with his controller.
Yeah, those shoulder buttons are not being kind to him.
Not whatsoever.
Bugfish making his way on over to the chest. Gonna do a double bonk method, I believe it's called. Gonna make himself out of bounds there, grab the moon, and will successfully stay out of bounds.
Exactly. Definitely not the easiest thing to do. Which again, if you don't stay out of bounds, you do lose a lot of time for the setup that you've had to do. Jay Salmon also getting the Goomba vectors. Definitely a little bit scary there. But luckily getting it and heading into the triple to the story moon here. Let's see how that goes. And getting it. Let's go. You love to see it.
Very nice. Bugfish here, gonna get the fish clip and make his way into the Sphinx room. Pretty decent seaside there from Bugfish. Out of the corner of my eye, I did not see any mistakes from him there.
No, me neither. Seemed like a pretty good and average seaside from Bugfish. Maybe some small movement inconsistencies, but nothing too much. We'll have to see how close that is off gold. And let me pull up the stat sheet here, which, if you haven't already, make sure you check it out. It
I love the
has,
stat sheets.
yep, made by our very talented tech people or stats people, one of them being Matsy, Dansta, and if there's more, please let me know in chat, because those are the only the two that I know of right now. I think that's set here.
Yeah, Matt's is pretty cool. Like if you guys are in the Discord, you can go check out the Community Clash channel if you are a part of
Yeah.
that channel. Matt's dropped a huge thing of stats today. It was really cool to look at.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Yeah, with Jay Salmon here, being at a BPT of 103.49, and Bugfish having a 100.13 BPT. Let me see. I was gonna see what that was to solve. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Let me check it out. I think, yeah, Bugfish only lost a second to his goal in Seaside, so
Wow.
definitely not a bad Seaside at all.
Wow, that's nuts.
And for those who care to know, the current difference between the two runners are 3 minutes and 48 seconds. Which, you know, for the race, how do you say that? For the sake of the race being close, is not what you like to see, but definitely a comfortable position for Bugfish here. Definitely having some room to make mistakes here in Luncheon, which you know, definitely is prone to happen when you are in the Luncheon Kingdom.
Yeah, Luncheon Kingdom has a lot of shifting and moving parts. Even more so if you're doing Spiritless, which Bugfish is not doing.
Thank you, Nurse, Allison Rose, and Troy. I appreciate that. Got some allergies, man. I need to see a doctor.
Yeah, allergies can be pretty strong this time of year. Like usually it's strong in the spring, but sometimes it can just still carry over into the summer.
Yeah,
Yo,
definitely.
Bugfish with the moon. I'll just call it a moon capture. It's not actually what it is, but that's basically what it is.
Definitely.
That's what came to my brain first, so I'm going with it for now. We'll fix it later.
You know what? It counts. It's fine. I'm not gonna pretend like my brain hasn't had any errors today either. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. It's mostly Matsy. And Matsy is definitely the GOAT definitely gonna take some time to mention him during our advertisement kingdom.
Whoa, that's not the advertisement kingdom. It's the community kingdom. Very, very different.
Community kingdom, right? I'm sorry.
Very different. little different, you know. If it was an advertisement kingdom, then like, you know, nobody would really want to stay. And we don't want that. Ruined Kingdom is cool to look at. All right, we've once again got both runners in the same kingdom at the same time. Great to see that.
All right. Definitely.
Oh, jasalmon really wanting to go for some spiritless here.
Yeah.
Oh, gonna just be missing it. Gonna back it up really quickly, or at least try to. There we go.
That is
nice. Please, controller, come on.
No!
Controller, why must you bully jasalmon? He is trying
Fighting,
his best.
Yeah, fighting the urge to reset. Let's see if he tries again, even with the state of his controller. He does.
Let's go. Huge collapse for
And
jasalmon. Getting it first try that time.
Can we get an easy clap for jasalmon here in chat? I think, do we have those two? I'm not sure. I'll try.
For which?
Yeah, we do. All right. Can we get an easy clap or a clap here in chat? Definitely.
Let's go.
Love giving the support here to jasalmon. All right. Let's see how it goes.
All right, Bugfish gonna be heading out of Luncheon Kingdom here. Gonna be heading on into the Community Kingdom, where there's a very cool electrical-based dragon. Which, to be fair, when most people think of dragons, you think of like fire-based dragons, because that's, you know, that's what you see in most media.
Yeah.
They breathe out fire, but you know, depending on the lore or whatever games or things that you like seeing dragons in, sometimes there's elemental dragons.
Yo, enemy, remember the day when everyone, you know, saw this dragon for the first time and they all called it a Dark Souls boss?
I mean, it definitely looks like one. They designed this dragon very, very well. I love how it looks.
Yeah.
Very good design.
Yeah. Personally, I'd have to say that I think the boss is pretty cool, but I feel like the level itself definitely could have used some work. I mean, for the sake of a speed run, you know, it's faster. It's like one of the easier kingdoms, but you know, there's a massive tower, you know, on top of, or I mean, below the boss fight, and I personally think it would have been pretty cool if there would have been like, if they could have used that, you know, for kind of like a build up to, you know, this dragon that you're about to fight.
It's such a cool dragon, man.
Yeah.
jasalmon finally making his way into the Forks room. Again, unfortunately not able. Took a death like right before getting into the room due to, once again, you know, just some ZL buttons. But again, Forks room, very, very entertaining to watch. I love seeing it every time I get to see it. And with that being said, you know what else I love to see? I love to see the Super Mario action here on the Cool Cat Gang channel. You know, this Any Percent League is really cool. I believe this is like the second year that I've been a part of the Any Percent League. And I think it's so cool that there's a prize pool that the community can donate to give out a small payout to the top 3 runners. And like right now, Yeah, go for Fever J Salmon. No, for real, so.
Not wrong at all.
Not wrong.
But if you've got an extra dollar laying around, or euro, or franc, or whatever, and franc isn't all. Okay, never mind. If you've got an extra buck laying around and you don't know what to spend it on, we would greatly appreciate you donating to our prize pool here. We do this all for free, and yeah, if you want to, then we would greatly appreciate it. And now that I'm on a roll, I would greatly appreciate you checking out our racers here, Bugfish and J Salmon. They both deserve a lot of love. They are both incredibly talented runners. And yeah.
Like,
And
again, Salmon is having the controller issues, but the fact that he has like a 59.18 is great. This is a very good time being a sub-hour in Odyssey.
yeah, definitely. Pretty impressive. And yeah, don't forget to follow or support our organizer Saren. Definitely doing a great job so far. Make
Love
sure
Saren.
to give them some love. And again, yeah, not to forget to credit our incredibly talented stats sheets guy, Matsy. Definitely doing an amazing job so far, or having done an amazing job. And yeah, if you can, give him some love as well. And one of the things about his commentators is that we have to stay subjective during the races. So if you would like to see
I
how we
mean-
personally, yeah, sometimes but like,
Listen, if I may not have said much last race, but like if Wilco's racing, I'm definitely gonna be rooting for Wilco.
yeah. But if you want to get to now know our personal content, or like what we have to offer, don't forget to follow us commentators. Don't forget to follow Enemy, and yeah, if you want, you can also follow me.
Bugfish
wanted
having a
to-
little bit of trouble with those shards there, but
Yeah,
able to back it up quickly enough.
yeah.
Jay Salmon, unfortunately, taking a death. A little unfortunate. Luckily, he did need to get back. One more moon left to get in the Luncheon Kingdom here.
Yeah. Don't
Yeah,
forget
that is-
to follow our current restreamer RTA Dan. Without
Yeah.
his help, this would not be possible right now. So thank you. Don't forget to follow him.
Let's go. Yeah, we do this stuff for free, but that's because, the community is pretty awesome. Oh!
Definitely.
Oh my god! Bugfish! Oh my
Bugfish.
god!
Giving us minor cardiology. How do you say that? Giving us minor
Heart
heart issues
attacks?
here. Minor heart attacks here.
Oh my god. Like, I very much understand trying to get over to that wire as fast as you can because the camera is just really dumb there. But, oh my god. You could have died.
Yeah, what Troy said. Also, that emote describes my face perfectly when that just happened. Oh, wait. What emote is that? Oh, it's a tier 1 emote.
It's from Luwan.
Man.
Oh man. It looks like Bugfish not getting Sarbomba unless he did, and I just wasn't paying attention, and I think he did. Yeah, okay.
No, I
Nah,
don't think he did.
alright, did miss it. Did, in fact, miss Sarbomba. Okay, not the worst thing. Not the worst thing. Does lose just a little bit of time, though.
Alright. J Salmon being in the Dragon fight right now. We've already done our community section here. And oh man. Yep, that is
I
definitely.
actually know that pain. I have multiple times had issues where I was holding the R button and I let go and it didn't let go and Mario just kept rolling along.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we do need to start a GoFundMe for J-Salmon here. This is not what you love to see. Definitely, that's 100% a controller issue. So yeah,
Like you got to know, like Jay Salmon definitely deserves to be here, participated in the
yeah,
80% open and made his way up the ranks into the open league and like he can definitely play.
yeah.
So it's a little unfortunate for sure.
I mean, I've seen it personally during like previous races, and Jay Salmon is an incredible player. So yeah, you do not love or like to see this happening to him at all. Definitely not a skill issue whatsoever.
All right, Bugfish now coming on in to the mecha fight here.
Let's see how it goes. Definitely has the opportunity to be one of the greater time losses in your run, depending how you go about it.
Dude, falling off the mech is like one of the worst things, especially when you
It
know how to
is.
do it and you get up there and then you just fall off and it's just like, oh, no.
But it's such a pain in the heart as well. Like, every time I do it, like, you are. Imagine this, you're like 55 minutes in, right? Or like an hour, depending on your skill level. And you just fall off, and you know, like, there's a big chance of the run just being dead. And especially at the end of a run, that hurts. That stings. I mean, Mooncave Skip definitely has a contender to be pretty awful, but you can back it up pretty well most of the time, unless you somehow dive off the edge and die, which I'm not gonna call, because that definitely can happen.
It definitely can happen. You're very correct on that one.
Alright, Bugfish getting the heck out of Bowser's, heading into the final kingdom of the game. Let's see uh, how he wraps it up. And Jay Salmon heading into Bowser's here, indicating that there's probably a difference of like 7 minutes and 30 seconds, something like that. At least 7 minutes, which, you know, you don't like to see it at all. Yeah, this is also one of those bits where you don't want to fall off or take too long, because this is like getting input lag here is not really a controller issue. It's just that for some reason when the Pokeos, uh, you know, uh, drive their noses into the wall, or like poke their noses into the wall, so to say, it for some reason causes a lot of lag, which again
Yeah.
causes input lag. I just said that.
Yeah, that can definitely be pretty frustrating having to just like wait for the game to allow inputs to happen again.
Yeah, which in Jay Salmon's situation here can also just add to the frustration. Oof, Bugfish taking a bonk here. Definitely not having the best or cleanest moon so far, but no deaths so far. So you love to see that. Not the inputs, by the way. I mean, not the mistakes. I mean, the deathless moon.
There we go. Jay Salmon having a cleaner shards than Bugfish there. And Bugfish now heading into the moon, ready to take on Bowser one more time. Nice. Bugfish going to be getting that first fast hat with the spin throw.
Alright, Jay Salmon being able to do Bowser. Oh, wait. I thought that worked.
Might have been just a little bit too far away.
Yeah.
There you go. And we got a good transfer over to that wire for Jay Salmon.
Going into
You know, both racers in this race, starting with Topper at the Bunnies fight.
Definitely. Yeah. So think of that what you will.
I always find it funny when people are like, "Ah, yes, you must go for this rabbit first." Nah, I don't care, man. You go for whoever your heart desires.
Also, no, never mind. I was about to say that, you know, Bugfish has a record of going for 2DSS, but I mistook that for 2D skip, which Bugfish has gotten 5 out of 7 times. He has never gone for this 2DSS. So yeah.
Yeah, so probably not going to be too likely to see it.
I mean, you never know. He's got a really comfortable lead so far, so he might try it, but he might also not.
True. All right. We got Bugfish here now in the final escape. Very clean Bowser fight. And Jay Salmon going to be finishing up the rabbits here and grabbing that last story moon.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I had to think about that for a bit, but yeah. At the end you have a multi-moon, but this is like the last real individual story moon.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely right.
So many different names for so many things.
Exactly. It's all so confusing. Alright, no 2DSS from Bugfish. Opting to just, you know, wrap up the run and take home the victory. Alright. You know what to do, chat?
Get those
Give
cat
us-
dams in the chat! It is time!
Oh,
Let's go!
oh, Jay Salmon taking a death here. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna continue to run. Throwing him an additional cat gem though, you love to see it.
Let's go.
With Bugfish here wrapping up the game, or just the race, with a 100.36, I'm gonna say. Nope, that's
Oof,
37.
very nice. All right. Good old 100 for the race here. We do have Bugfish in the booth. Bugfish, how you feeling, man?
Decent. Felt kind of weird, like, physically at the beginning of the run, in like the first 3 kingdoms, but after that was fine. After that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was definitely, it was good to, you guys, like, both of you absolutely threw Gap Kingdom and even Cascade. And then, like, Sand might have been, like, a little sketchy, but, early game was, like, still pretty good for y'all.
My early game was, I'm sorry, early game was not good. I lost like 8 seconds.
You know what? That's fair. Yeah, coming from the perspective of a commentator as opposed to the one who's like actually doing the runs. There's all these like minutia that the runner's gonna see a little before the commentator for sure. So I feel you. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and Jay Salmon, where can I find the link to your GoFundMe?
Yeah. I'll be opening that, accepting money for new control. I'm kidding. I can pay for my own control if I need, but yeah.
I
Um,
like, you know, it started out so well. Your cap was like almost flawless. You were, I think, maybe
Yeah.
a second ahead of Bugfish coming out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Super good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
CCS was good, and then I just happened to lose like 3 minutes in stands, and I just kind of whatever. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
tough.
I'm sorry that
Yeah.
happened to you, man.
Yeah.
That's not really, fair on your part, but glad to
Alright.
see that you did stay,
Okay.
what's it called? That you did throw the extra catch in at the final bit, and that you didn't,
So
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
We appreciate the cat jams in this house.
Yeah. But what I mean
Mhm.
to say is, yeah, thank you for, staying. How do you say that?
Sportsmanship.
Sportsmanship. Yeah.
Good
that.
sportsmanship.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Exactly.
we use the Bugfish. Of course.
Thank you.
I'll-
But this win doesn't feel deserved. Like, if we, I don't know if we have the option, but if we do, we should redo this. I'm gonna be honest.
Tell you
No,
what,
it's okay. I don't know if I can beat it. I don't know if I can beat you anyways.
You could.
I don't know, but you guys
I'm
do
the worst
have
player
some
in this
pretty good
group.
times. Well, I think if you do want to do that, like message Sharon probably. He was one in charge anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. We'll see how we feel with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that being said, thank you so much, runners, Bugfish, and Jay Salmon, and thank you, Combo, for the commentary. We're gonna have, I believe, an SM64 match next. So don't go away. We've got more Mario action happening here at the Cool Cat Gang.
GG, you guys, and thank you for the commentary. And